Hey cruisers, I'm Sherry with Cruise Tips TV. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and are having a great holiday. We certainly did. We had a nice quiet one at home, planned to do the same thing for New Year's Eve, and have had a great time working on a couple of little projects that you've probably seen on Facebook and Instagram. If you've been watching, you saw that we made our wonderful little traditional cruise cookies. Can you see this, honey? We made all kinds of them, so if you haven't seen these yet, be sure to check them out. It has been, I think, a 3 or 4 year tradition that we have made these and posted them just in time for the holidays, and we really enjoy it. I can't say that we were on our baking game this year. We had all kinds of issues with frosting consistency, and our cookies were too puffy, and we're really just not pro bakers, but we did have a good time. We loved reading all of your comments, and I still have sugar all over my fingers. Anyhow, Merry Christmas to all of you. Hope you had a good one. And we have released some awesome videos in the last week. Did you check out the episodes that we filmed on board Star Princess? We have posted our stateroom organization video and a cool video about shore excursions. Both of them filmed from the ship. One was on the balcony, one was in our room and kind of all around. And we got some great comments on that. A lot of you wanted to know where to get the super strong magnets that we posted in the video. So we put a link in the comments on that video, and when in doubt, you can always go to our website, cruisetipstv.com, and click on the marketplace. It's got its own tab. You could also go to cruisetipstv.com/marketplace, and all of our cool gadgets and things there are available for you to peruse. If you do buy something off of our site, anything at all, not even necessarily something that we have put in our marketplace or shopping list, so to speak, we do get a little kickback from Amazon. A lot of you often ask how you can help us out, how you can support us. That is actually a way that you can support us, is by making your Amazon purchases through that portion of our website. You are not charged a single penny over what you would normally pay. You just are giving us a little bit of credit. So that's something that we don't talk about a lot. I know I mentioned it a few weeks ago. You guys are asking me for more explanation. So there it is. That is something that you can do to assist and support us and hopefully help us to save money for more cruises. So we did a couple of unboxing videos on our cruise gear channel. We did our Birchbox unboxing and our Target unboxing, and soon we're going to have our Target men's box unboxing coming up. Those are really rare. They usually just come out maybe 2 or 3 times a year, and we have a cool one waiting. I haven't even opened it yet, so we're gonna check that one out soon and show it to you. What else do we have going on here? Oh, I have a really fun thing that I'd love your help with. I would like to know what all of you got from Santa this year, and I would especially like to know if any of you received travel-related or cruise-related gifts. If you did, please leave them in the comments below. We are trying to build up our marketplace for people who are looking for things to buy for a cruise, and I want to know what you got so we can make our shopping list even better, and besides, it's fun, right? So we're going to keep this vlog a little bit short this week. We have a few questions that we're going to answer this week. Some of the questions we'll answer in next week's vlog because I know everyone's very busy right now and you don't have time to sit through a 15-minute vlog. So let's get to some fun questions this week. Who do we have? Looks like we have Robert Kaufman from Texas. Our first question today. Robert is going to Alaska on the Emerald Princess next September, and this is their first cruise on any line other than Carnival. They want to know if the kids programs on Princess are more educational than Carnival, and they're not partiers, so they're really excited about kind of the Princess vibe. I would totally agree, Robert. We love Princess for that very reason. They want to know if the kids and adult programs are as informative as they look. Kids are 12 and 14, and any other tips for Texans cruising in Alaska. Lots of tips for you, Robert. I'll try to keep these relatively brief. First, to answer your question about the kids program, yeah, their kids programs are a little bit more enriching and educational, but the kids are going to have a blast. They're going to do a lot of fun things. In Alaska, tip for you, you might go through clothing a little quicker than you would on a warm weather cruise, which sounds really weird, but honestly, you get wet and muddy sometimes if you're doing a lot of excursions in Alaska, so you might want to plan to do laundry. They do have laundry facilities on board, self-serve laundry facilities. You might take your own detergent in those little packs you could buy at Target in the sample bins and plan to do some laundry for your family. Trust me on this one, I usually do laundry 1 to 2 times on a 1-week cruise. I know it sounds silly, but it might make your life a little easier and allow you to pack a little bit less for that flight from Texas to, I'm assuming, Seattle. Your kids are going to love the pools and covered hot tubs. Suggestion I have for you guys would be on a glacier day or on a day when you're just cruising the inside passage, get out into those hot tubs and just watch the world go by. It's wonderful, it's magical. My son and I spend a ton of time in the hot tubs in Alaska when we cruise up there, and Princess just has beautiful pool and hot tub facilities, so really take advantage of that. I would say that if you're doing a round trip Seattle, if you can, try to spend a full day in Seattle before or after your cruise, at least one day. Seattle has so much to offer. The food in Seattle is amazing and fresh and locally grown and beautiful, so try to enjoy that if you can. Also, watch our Alaska videos. I'm gonna try to find a way to get those to you. I think I'm gonna send them to you in a private comment, but we have a ton of videos on things to do in some of the ports that you're visiting, and just our general Princess ship tour from the ship that we sailed there, and some other really great things about sailing on glacier days. So look for that in the comments. Also, I have heard that if you're visiting Skagway, sometimes on Emerald Princess, they do this thing called Puppies in the Piazza, where some locals bring little puppies on, and I think that would be the coolest thing. I'm assuming that they're young sled dogs, but I'm not sure. Your kids would probably love it. I know kids of all ages and adults would like it. Last tip, you said, I think this is really funny, but any tips for a Texan cruising to Alaska? I don't know. A Texan, I would say, if I were you, I would pack the cowboy boots. My husband got a gorgeous pair of cowboy boots from Santa, and that's what I'd be doing. If I had a cruise planned anytime soon, I'd be finding a way to get those cowboy boots in my bags for dinner. Anyhow, hope that helps you, Robert. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to specifically answer your questions. We love cruising to Alaska, and we are happy to help. Next question is from RBS44, wants to know, they keep the daily cruise bulletins like the Cruise Compass on Royal Caribbean, the Princess Patter on Princess, and they want to know if we have any suggestions to keep them organized on board, then creative ways to store for reference when you get them home. Yes, absolutely. I suggest that you take a folder, just like a manila folder, the type you'd find at your office, and as you are collecting them on the cruise, pop them in a folder and keep them in a drawer so that they stay nice and flat. Put them in your luggage on top, maybe sandwiched between some other paperwork on the way home so they don't get ruffled up. And when you get home, I recommend that you scan them to your computer and throw them in the garbage can, because what happens is that you get a ton of these building up. So that's what we do. We pack them flat, we take very good care of them, and then we scan them because people on Cruise Critic love to see all of your newsletters. So make sure you scan those and upload them on the forums or boards over at Cruise Critic. You will be a celebrity, I promise you, if you do that. Great question, very unique question, by the way. Okay, Twy Mama 43 has a question. Sailing August 2017 on a 15-night itinerary out of Southampton, and she wants to know about laundry. How does that work? Do they need to bring money on board? And I found out what ship Twy Mama was sailing on, and unfortunately it's a Norwegian ship. I'm having a really hard time confirming this for you, but unfortunately I can't find any guest laundromats on Norwegian ships, meaning that you're gonna have to pay to have it done. That's the bad news. The good news is Norwegian offers really good deals on laundry. So you're going to have a day when they leave a special bag in your room, and if you fill the bag, the laundry is a reduced price, maybe $20, $30 or so, I think. I know it's expensive, but honestly, washing your own laundry is a little pricey too. So Norwegian is going to factor in that they need to offer some discounts here. I just don't think there's a laundromat on that ship. I couldn't find it anywhere. I'm really sorry about that. But ask on Cruise Critic, post your question on the boards just to be sure. Our last question today is from Sue G. Sue is going to Alaska with Princess mid-July and wants our opinion on whether to do a round trip out of Seattle or the cruise tour, which is a 7-day cruise and a 3-day on land, because they most likely will not go back again. And so I would say, Sue, without a doubt, if you're not going to go back to Alaska, I would love to see you do the cruise tour. It's a little bit exhausting, I hear, to do them, but they're so worth it because you really get to see so much more of the real Alaskan territory, the inland territory. So choose the cruise tour if you can afford it. Sue also wants to know what balcony rooms are best on Coral Princess, because she's hoping for a covered balcony. I did some research on this, and it looks like the Aloha deck, Baja deck, and Carib deck look covered, but the Dolphin deck is exposed. So you may want to avoid Dolphin deck unless, of course, you're looking for a mini suite. And I think maybe some of their mini suites might be on that deck. But it looks like there are more covered decks on Coral Princess than usual. That was a short vlog today. Thank you all so much for tuning in during this busy holiday season. Can't wait to hear what you got from Santa below in the comments. And we will see you next week. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter to keep up with what we're doing behind the scenes. And until next time, we'll see you on the high seas. Bye.
Hey, click me to subscribe.
Hi, Cookie. What do you think? Should I eat the smokestack? It's still good.